My name is Wayne Exner and I'm co-owner of Ace Customs and Ace Customs Racing, and this is the supercharged Lexus engined E30 track car that we have built. I've pretty much been around cars my entire life and interested in cars my entire life. My father was a collector of vintage and classic cars, and for as long as I can remember, I've been around cars, going to car days, things like that. However, I've only been involved in the building of cars with Ace Customs and Ace Customs Racing for about 7 years now, since I met my two business partners, Sean and Grant. When the customer approached us with this vehicle, it was a running, driving Lexus engine supercharged E30. From a distance, it was pretty cool. It had some cool features like an exhaust out the side and things like that. But when you got up a bit closer, the details weren't there, the finishing wasn't great. A lot of mods on the car that hadn't really been executed nicely. The customer had a bit of a vision for the car, but originally actually only wanted to sort of do a little bit of improvements on the car and not a full restoration. Originally, we weren't actually going to do the wide body kit. And then he actually gave me a call one day to say he'd seen the wide body kit on the internet and it was a not negotiable, we had to do the wide body. So then obviously the ball game changed a bit. We imported the kit, had to source new wheels, and obviously change the whole design and build vision to incorporate the wide body. When we received the car, it really wasn't in a great condition. The bodywork really wasn't great. It had some aftermarket fiberglass front and rear bumpers that didn't suit the car at all. We actually discovered that the body was tearing in certain spaces, specifically by the fender wells where it meets the firewall, so all of that had to be repaired. We did a full strip down of the vehicle right down to the body, prepped everything for paint, and then repaired as we went along all the metal work that needed to be done, removed a lot of the stuff that wasn't cool. It had a checker plate, boot floor, and a couple of other things that really detracted from the quality of the car. So we pulled all of that out, prepped everything, resprayed the entire car in which looks like a Nardo grey, but it's actually a color that the customer chose and we had mixed specifically for him. And I think it came out really nice. The car really stands out. Obviously, when we build a vehicle, we like to incorporate a lot of small details. We've actually removed the inner headlights on this vehicle and turned them into air intakes just for cooling, but it also gives the car a very aggressive look. We've also blacked out the grille, the mirrors, a lot of other aspects of the car to give it that really aggressive look. Originally, when the customer chose the wheels, the Japan racing wheels, we were actually going to diamond cut the faces to bring out some silver. But once we got closer to finishing the car, he actually decided that he liked the all-black wheel, and hence we've stuck with the all-black wheel, and then we've brought some of the black accents in across the vehicle. It has BC Racing BR coilovers front and rear. We've also changed the front springs to a slightly softer spring that is as per our test drivers' feelings on the vehicle when we had it on the track. So we've kind of optimized the suspension but reused the components which we could reuse. The stock 1UZ motor, although it's a very bulletproof motor, is normally a little bit lazy in stock form. So this one is supercharged. It's a locally produced supercharger kit. and it's actually made the vehicle a lot of fun to drive. It's making around 170 kilowatts on the rear wheels, which by today's standards is not much power. However, being that the car is quite small and lightweight and we've stripped a lot of weight out of the vehicle, it's quite a handful on the track and a lot of fun to drive. The car's running a 5-speed manual gearbox. It actually worked out really nicely with the ratios and the diff ratio. We discovered that the car didn't have an LS diff in it, and we actually sourced an E30 diff. It's made a huge difference to the car's performance on the track. The car's also got a nitrous kit in it, so it gives the customer a bit of scope to use the car for track events, gymkhana, as well as drags, get his maximum bang for buck from the vehicle. The vision we had for the interior was something along the lines of a fighter plane cockpit or a fighter plane interior. All the panels on the interior of the vehicle, obviously all bare aluminium, but all handmade, hand fabricated, no CNC work, anything like that. A lot of small details for people who are really detail oriented. For example, if you look at the corner of the door panel, we didn't just leave the door panel straight. We've actually welded in a section of aluminium so the door panel follows the contour of the door. We like to focus on the small details and do small things that only real enthusiasts and people with an eye for detail will notice. It just differentiates our builds from other builds out there. We are running a Spitronics ECU on the 1UZ engine. We've had great success with Spitronics on 1UZ, and we've paired that with an Acewell digital dash. The digital dash was actually a requirement or a request from the customer, so we brought that into the design as well. The owner of the vehicle really enjoys his track days, and this vehicle will also be used as a track day vehicle, hence the Cobra racing seats and the 5-point harnesses. We also redid the complete fuel system, new fuel cell, new fittings, new pipes, new fuel pump, so everything is sorted and we know that the car will perform well on the track. Originally when we built the exhaust it was straight pipe, but it was a little bit over the top on the volume side, so we added in some silencers and a cross pipe. And we also wanted something quite wild, something to suit the look of the vehicle, the wide body. So we went with the twin exit curled up pipes on each side. And it really looks very badass, but it also sounds awesome. We build these cars, being able to bring a customer's dream and vision to life and present that to them is really quite an exceptional feeling and makes quite a difference to me, and I know to the guys who are on my team and my business partners. It's really quite a special thing to be able to deliver a vehicle like this to a customer and see the joy that it brings them.
Cars.co.za is so much more than just a YouTube channel. You've got to check out our app. It's been downloaded over 1 million times in the South African Android store alone. The links are in the description below, and I promise you it is the easiest way to find your next car.